Hello everyone, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. My favorite game. Oh shit. Sorry guys. I've accidentally pressed new game. So I'm gonna go load. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. After image, judgment, bliss, vibrant, fluffy. I don't know how to start this. Let's go bliss. Who? Oh yeah. Intellectual. Depression. Blanket, defeat, embrace, milk, vacation, disaster. I feel like every day I'm on a vacation. Vacation or desire, maybe. I mean, vacation or disaster, not desire. Who? Oh man. This is. Does it matter? Disaster. Okay. Uh. No. Yes. Yeah. I want to get Natsuki. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yes. Uh. Oh fuck. Uh. Oh fuck. Jalo and Figna. Yes. I know who Crimson will be. Uh. Yes. Uh. Dumb. I'm so dumb. Uh. Because Yuri is very ambient. Oh, cute. Yeah. I want to get Natsuki. So I want to get Natsuki so bad. I know who Vertigo would be. I know who Vertigo will be. I know Horror will be. I know Misery would be. Um. Doki. That's the name of the game. I think Sugar is kinda tie. Uh, well, she has pink hair. Thanks, that one was easy. Uncontrollable. Well, there. Yeah, I guess I could see that, but Natsuki's pretty uncontrollable. Conqueror. Pain. Bubbles. Kitty would be Sayori, I think. Rainbow. That would... Kawaii. Yeah, I knew it would be Kawaii. Uh, I'm painting a picture here because I know what's gonna happen. A lollipop. I know I'm gonna get Natsuki. Wait on a second, guys. I have to do something. Okay, I'm back. This is the. I hate having a cat. Hi again, fuckboy MLG. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. Alright, nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, fuckboy MLG. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he... Oh, I forgot.
Oh, come on, my geek deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Oh my...
But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you shouldn't have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Are you serious? Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Fuckboy emoji always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so... You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and fuckboy MLG can become good friends too? Uh, um, Sayori. Hmm. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you to something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Uh, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me. That means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is God fuck. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everything's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting up for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if something else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it unless you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see.
There's a long volume of manga amidst a stack of various books
on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I'll put it out of the stack. Put it out.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns into a she then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one box missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box said she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, fuckboy MLG. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there.
Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable?
I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that?
Ah!
Oh, okay. I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Explanation point.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly bad thing. It's a particular bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Well, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then.
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot.
So,
what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
well, obviously. You would think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things.
Like this video game? Anyway.
Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters.
God, my voice is ruined because of this character.
And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good.
There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
Well, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
God save.
Good save, God, fuck. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Because she likes to bake.
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah.
Why does that matter?
Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in the manga. I feel bad for anyone that
impressionable.
uh,
Definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up for a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? I think this is getting on level 1 now. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
it's not.
Even though you're just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Question mark. You don't?
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Ah, sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown up out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably hard for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean,
That's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it up.
keep it in my own room.
I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Captain Milnico was kind of a jerk about it. I wish I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it?
I mean,
I'm sure I am reading it.
well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So?
Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. I hope I didn't screw the pronunciation. Minori? I believe it's Minori.
You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said.
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I tried to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that's everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sari's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. God, I'm so fucking dumb. I have dyslexia. I can't do this. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki reads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Erk.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you like my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Grr. Fine, I guess.
Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Oh, God.
Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Not real. Well,
What?
just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
I like
it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
like in this poem.
Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect you that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? This is a good poem. This is a good poem, Fuckboy MLG. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right.
But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Er, Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, fuckboy MLG. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that, man. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If I wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast! Yeah, it is a little bad, isn't it? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last night. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for joining me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Uh, um, it's fine, don't rush yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? No, because your voice is so deep. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both of the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily and as if she's that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't that supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. I can't even read that. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. I can't read that. God fuck gallons? I don't know. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Oh, it was actually kind of terrible. I'm so sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I mean, she kind of does. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It did. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. This poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easily to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, fuckboy MLG. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than sell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being... I have dyslexia. Symbolically. I can't read. Fuck, I'm dumb. Compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let her go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. See, I'm not gonna go with Yuri. Her words are too big for me. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy with that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yes, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I? There's only one more person. Hi, fuckboy MLG. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, have you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new? Oh fuck. I wanna. I like new activities. Say it. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, wait to share your want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, fuckboy MLG. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, fuckboy MLG. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. That's because I tried to impress Natsuki. Oh, jeez. No, no. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Oh god, she's so too smart for her own good. As she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Ha ha ha. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Uh, maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write and they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everything else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh fuck. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. Oh, maybe that's just for the better. Cause no fuck. I'm gonna. Maybe that's for the better. It's very freedom, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. that is a lot of that is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. This was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Suri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Eh. Um, um, did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the deck with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Ugh. You have to try that hard to come with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Um, well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sorry, I already liked it. And Fuckboy MLG did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Fuckboy MLG liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you, you just,
Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Fuckboy MLG appreciates my advice more than you appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And you that of yourself. Or you that fuck. I no. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
you,
Is everyone okay?
well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically
grew a size bigger as soon as fuckboy emojis showing up. I love this game. I love this game. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... That doesn't... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. I don't like fighting guys! That's her voice now. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Fuckboy MLG. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself, if she could get fuck.
If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason?
The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out.
Help me explain that to her, fuckboy MLG.
Well, wait. There's a reason what we have to make so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, fuckboy MLG?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I wrecked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Aha.
Aha! Shows how much you know.
That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was mean to me.
Natsuki voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yes, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki.
Ah,
Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible.
Yuri.
Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey.
Hey, hey.
It's not like you need to
Apologize for me, fuckboy MLG. Jeez.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about you...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs...
I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? Oh, I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sari on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, fuckboy MLG. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from a lazing around we got a little too used to. Ah ha ha. And so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe we can take the chance to pick up a book or do something right, do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Hey, what about? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Ah ha ha. Of course. Well, I guess that's what you're the vice president. Why you're the vice president, Sayori? In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
Fuckboy MLG, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was as a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome.
In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can be at least to do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Fuckboy MLG, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Eehee. Siri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Siri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier,
What do you mean?
between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, 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 I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. Fuckboy MLG. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really stop there? Does it really stop there? I think that's what we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, that's it for today, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.